This was a move that took the world by shock. And in the hours since, we've seen protests across the globe, like in Tehran, Iran, where hundreds gathered to protest the action taken by Israel and the United States. Well, back closer to home, New York City anti-war protesters turned out in Times Square. Similar protests we saw in Los Angeles and the nation's capital of Washington, D.C. There was a different tone, however, in Rome, where Pope Leo XIV called on world leaders to take moral responsibility, urging diplomacy over violence. Leaders from all over the world weighing in. Let's begin our coverage with Fox News correspondent Stephanie Bennett, who has more from London.
American B-2 bombers returning back to Missouri on Sunday after being used in the strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities.
This mission was not and has not been about regime change. The president authorized a precision operation to neutralize the threats to our national interests.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reinforcing that President Trump only wants peace, noting how Iranian troops and people were not targeted in the attack.
The United States does not seek war, but let me be clear. We will act swiftly and decisively when our people, our partners, or our interests are threatened.
But Iran's foreign minister says the U.S. crossed a very big red line, calling the Trump administration, quote, warmongering and lawless.
I don't know how much room is left for diplomacy. Iran reserves all options to defend its security.
The administration's actions are fueling fears of a wider conflict. And now U.S. allies are calling for a return to the negotiating table.
Our focus has been on de-escalating, getting people back around to negotiate what is a very real threat.
As the world braces for a possible escalation, Iran's longtime ally, Russia, strongly condemned the U.S.'s attack, calling it a, quote, gross violation of international law. The U.S. State Department is ramping up travel warnings for Americans in the Middle East as concerns grow about a possible retaliation from Iran to U.S. interests in the region. In London, Stephanie Bennett, Fox News.
All right, coverage continues closer to home in downtown Atlanta, where protesters are speaking out against the U.S. bombing of the facilities there. They say this will draw the U.S. into larger war and cost many lives there. Let's get out to Fox 5's Eric Mock. He's live at Centennial Olympic Park. Eric, a protest was happening where you were. Walk us through what you're seeing.
It's happening right now, Eric. It's still going on as we speak. In fact, let me show you. We've got, maybe a little 100 protesters here on the corner of Marietta Street and Centennial Olympic Park Drive. You can see they're not mincing words here. They have very strong statements, very strong feelings about this attack and this strike. You see many of them are saying, they don't want any war with Iran. They don't want any kind of war. They don't want the U.S. to drag soldiers and troops into a long, drawn-out Middle East war. Many people here are saying that they're worried about the innocent lives that could be caught up in this conflict. We spoke with someone named Ashlyn Swan. She's been born and raised in Georgia, but she's also a dual citizen for Iran. And she says she and her family do not support the current regime there, but they feel that war would put innocent lives in danger like those of her family members. Now, Jewish leaders in Atlanta, though, are celebrating this move and saying this was the right call by the Trump administration.
To be honest, my family just got home a week and a half ago from Iran. So, yeah, realistically, that's something to worry about now. And all these people caught up in it,
Really grateful for the role that the United States has played in helping to set back and hopefully dismantle the Iranian nuclear threat.
That last person there was Dov Wilker. He's with the Southeastern chapter of the American Jewish Committee, and he says this is a time to celebrate because Iran's threats towards the West and the U.S. and Israel, and he's saying this makes the world a safer place, not less safe. But he did tell me that he hopes this doesn't escalate into a larger war. Now, back out here, you can see people out here do not trust that the U.S. will not escalate this into a larger conflict. Although we've heard President Trump and his cabinet say that this was not meant to, become a regime change or escalate into a larger war. But people here believe that's exactly what's going to happen because of these strikes, and they are calling on the U.S. and others to show restraint here. and to stop any further action. So we'll have to see in the coming days where this becomes, but a lot of strong feelings here in Atlanta and here in Georgia as far as where people stand on this decision by the Trump administration and the U.S. And so far this protest has been peaceful, people just speaking their minds, showing up here, but we're going to continue to monitor the details and activity out here. For now, reporting live in Atlanta, Eric Mock, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, reactions pouring in from both sides. Eric, thanks so much.